Good morning, sixth graders. Welcome to the math lesson for Tuesday, April 21st. Today we're going to cover lesson 80, which is the converting of measurements so they communicate with each other better. And what I'm going to start off doing is I'm going to put one up here that has 2 feet plus 12 inches. Now this is very basic because in order to solve this, we have to know how many inches are in a foot. And so we're having two different communications here. We got one talking in feet, one talking in inches. So what we got to do is we got to convert one of the others to make it similar. In this case, we're going to say we want to convert it to feet for my final label and answer. So I'm going to change my 12 inches equals 1 foot. Cross out my 1 foot. Now 2 feet plus 1 foot, which equals 3 feet, and I'm done. So it's a matter of just a converting, but you have to know your unit multiplier, which, you have 12 inches equals 1 foot, 3 feet equals 1 yard, 36 inches equals 1 yard, 5,280 feet equals 1 mile. I'm going to throw out different ones, but you have to know those. And so if you don't have those memorized, you may need to go back in the earlier lessons to look at that, or you can look on your phone. There's multiple ways to find those unit multipliers. But you're going to need to know and understand how that works. All right, let's go on to another part. Let's take the second idea, which is using our cross-canceling. And what I mean by cross-canceling, just so we understand, let's just clean up this little spot here first, because this wasn't too difficult. Let's see if I got a better pen. That other pen is bright, very dark. We have, let's just say, let's grab one here off the book that the book gives real quick. Let's go. We have, let's just take one. Let's go like this. We have, the one they give in the book is on the bottom, page 389. It says 2 centimeters times 3 centimeters. All right, now we talked about this in finding area, as far as getting the understanding of what's happening here. So basically what we're doing is we're doing something like this. We're going 2 times 3 and centimeters times centimeters. All right, we know 2 times 3 equals 6. That's a pretty much a no-brainer. We said earlier, if I have centimeter times centimeter, that's going to equal centimeter squared. If I have a 1/3 centimeter, then it's centimeter cubed. If I have a 1/4 centimeter, it's going to be centimeters to the 4th. The number of 4 centimeters is determined by my exponent that I have there. All right, so that, like I said, that was fairly easy. Now let's see how we're actually going to be using this in the principle of cross-canceling. All right, let's back up here. I'm going to erase this. And I'm going to give you one that's using with the cross-canceling. We're going to bounce up over to the second example. The second example, part 2. And they have 21 centimeters cubed over 7 centimeters. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to factor this out so we can cross-cancel things out. Well, 7, we already know that we're going to branch this out where we have 21 over 7. And then we're going to get the label separated where we're going to write all these out. So we had, like we said, the 1/3 cube means I have 3 centimeters. So that means I'm going to have cm times cm times cm all over cm. All right, so I've separated it. Now we're ready to reduce it down. Well, we know 7 into 21 goes 3 times. Now, here's where the cross-canceling comes in. Since I have 1 cm here, have 3 up here, we can remove 1 and remove 1. So therefore, with both those removed, we're left with centimeters times centimeters, which equals centimeters squared. And I'm all done. Again, the cross-canceling coming into play, just like we use cross-canceling when we were doing fractions. So in other words, in fractions, if I take you back, if I go 3/4 times, let's go 6/12, I can cross cancel there. I can cross cancel. I can take 2 into 4 goes twice. 2 into 6 goes 3 times. 3 into 3 goes once. 3 into 12 goes 4 times. 3 times 1 is 3. 2 times 4 is 8. 3/8 final answer. I don't have to reduce because I did all that in the cross canceling. Same principle here, only we're cross canceling out the labels. And that it's allowing us to do that until we can get the exact answer. So again, if you have questions on it, feel free to call me, talk to me. You know, we can gladly help you through that. There's actually, I just noticed there's one more we need to go through here. I just caught it. I almost missed it. Let's go over to page 391, and it's example 4. We have 300 miles for 10 gallons of gas. All right, so I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to use my little spray because the board's getting all stained up. And let's clean it up here. 300 miles for 10 gallons of gas. I'm going to write it up. We'll get it set up. 300 miles. And we have 10 gallons of gas. And it would help if I gave you 300 miles instead of 30 miles. I know some of you would say, Mr. White, you forgot a 0. I get it. All right, we divide the number. So again, we are setting up separating the labels from this. There's not going to be a cross-canceling of labels because they're 2 different labels. But we're going to separate them. 300 over 10, and we have miles over gallons. Abbreviation. That's going to be my label when we get all done. All right, so now, simple math. You can do it one of 2 ways. If you want to cross out top and bottom by zeros, we can do that, which leaves me 30 over 1, which equals 30 miles per gallon is what we're going to get. So again, not hard, and I know that, but again, just kind of walking you through that step-by-step process. So again, feel free to give me a call on that if you have questions. We will talk to you later.